King Ahab ruled over the northern kingdom of Israel. He possessed great power and lived in a grand palace in the city of Jezreel. His home was a symbol of his authority, filled with fine things and surrounded by signs of his wealth. Yet, for all that he owned, his eyes were drawn to something that was not his. Next to his royal estate lay a beautiful, well-tended vineyard. The vines were old and fruitful, a testament to generations of careful work. The land was not just a piece of property, it was a living history, a place where a family had poured its life and labor into the soil. The vineyard belonged to a man named Naboth. He was an ordinary citizen, not a man of title or great influence, but he was a man of principle. For Naboth, this small plot of land was more than just a source of grapes. It was his inheritance passed down from his father and from his father's father before him. In the ancient laws given to Israel, ancestral land held a sacred status. It was a gift from God, a tangible link to one's family, to the covenant community. To sell it was to sever a connection to one's past and to disregard the divine order of things. One day, King Ahab approached Naboth with what he surely believed was a reasonable offer. He saw the vineyard simply as a convenient location for a vegetable garden, a minor improvement to his royal grounds.
Sell me your vineyard so I can have it for a vegetable garden, since it is near my house. I will give you a better vineyard in its place, or if you prefer, I will give you its value in money.
To Ahab, it was a simple transaction, a matter of commerce and convenience. He saw land, Naboth saw legacy. Ahab, accustomed to getting his own way, was not prepared for Naboth's reply. With a quiet but firm dignity, Naboth refused the king's offer.
The Lord forbid that I should give you the inheritance of my fathers.
This was not defiance against the king's authority in general, but a stand for a higher law. Naboth placed duty to his family and his God above his ruler's desire. This simple refusal set the stage for a great tragedy, a clash between a king's selfish want and a common man's righteous conviction. King Ahab was unaccustomed to being told no. He returned to his palace, lay down, turned his face to the wall, and refused to eat. His mood was that of a spoiled child, his power rendered useless by a farmer's integrity, a profound failure of leadership. His wife, Queen Jezebel, found him in this state, a Phoenician princess who brought her own gods and a ruthless grasp of power.
Is this how you act as king over Israel? Get up and eat. Cheer up. I will get you the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite.
She saw no moral obstacle, only a problem to solve through brutal power. Letters went to the elders and nobles of Jezreel, guardians of justice. The instructions were wicked: proclaim a fast, place Naboth in honor.
Naboth has cursed both God and the king.
The charge was the gravest, and the penalty was death. Deceived, the crowd dragged him outside the city and stoned him to death. An innocent man was murdered by the system meant to protect him, all to satisfy a king's whim.
Get up and take possession of the vineyard of Naboth. He is no longer alive, he is dead.
He did not ask about the trial or the death. He went down to claim land stained with innocent blood. He believed he had finally gotten what he wanted. But the story was not over. The Lord sent his prophet Elijah the Tishbite.
So you have found me, my enemy?
I have found you, because you have sold yourself to do evil in the eyes of the Lord. I am going to bring disaster on you.
Your dynasty will be cut off, your house wiped out.
Dogs will devour Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel.
The story of Ahab and Naboth's vineyard is a timeless and sobering lesson about the corrupting nature of power and greed. It begins with a seemingly small desire, a king wanting a garden. But when desire is unchecked by morality and nursed by entitlement, it becomes monstrous injustice. Ahab's covetousness led to passive complicity, Jezebel's ambition to conspiracy, false witness, murder. One sin begets another, creating a chain of evil that ensnares everyone involved. What we want must be measured against what is right. The poor and powerless are vulnerable to the whims of the mighty. Naboth was righteous, standing on principle and heritage. A court of law became an instrument of murder. When leaders abandon justice, structures meant to protect become threats. The prophecy of Elijah came to pass. Ahab later died in battle, bleeding in his chariot, and dogs licked up his blood in the same place as Naboth's. Years later, Jezebel was thrown from a window, devoured by dogs, as Elijah foretold. Their downfall was the judgment pronounced upon them, a reminder of a moral order where actions have consequences. Injustice may seem to triumph for a season, but it ultimately leads to ruin. This ancient story speaks directly to us today. Examine our hearts for seeds of greed and entitlement. Build societies where justice is not for sale and where the powerful are held accountable. Like Naboth, have courage to stand for what is right, even at great personal cost. Like Elijah, speak truth to power. Name injustice where you see it, and trust that righteousness will prevail. Will we protect the vulnerable's inheritance, or seize it for ourselves?